Welcome back to my channel. Happy, thankful, thriving Thursday, Friday Junior. And today we're going to be talking about something that's special to me. It's always about me being in my 60s. You know, that's always what I'm about right now. And the one thing I want to talk about right now is navigating friendships after 60, right? And this applies to any age. It applies to any age, but this is the age I'm in right now, so this is what I know. So grab a snack and come on back. Hi, my beautiful friend, my love. How are you today? I am doing well today. And I wanted to do this topic, navigating friendships at 60, because I think it is so important to know that things change, right? People change, things change as you get older. You have different perspectives, you have different everything, you know, life just changes and broadens, right? So when I turned 60, you know, I noticed a very big shift, Some of my friendships drifted, and you know, I have my notes. And some of my friendships, they didn't fit anymore. You know, they just didn't fit. And it wasn't personal why they didn't fit, but it was life. Because life happens. And we grow and we evolve. And when we evolve, certain people, certain things, certain, you know, aspects of our life don't fit anymore. They just don't fit. They don't mesh. And it's time to do an evaluation. So retirement, you know, moving, health changes, even grief, it all affects our circle. And, you know, honestly, our values changed too. And I became more focused on peace, protecting my peace. That is paramount to me, protecting my peace. So, you know, protecting my peace and my purpose, my authenticity. And those were my words. You know, authenticity was my word for 2025. And consistency. You know, just having, and there's other words that I've had too, but consistency, authenticity, and purpose, and with protecting my peace. That came with, you know, saying goodbye to drama and hello to depth. I'm all about the depth. I'm not about the drama. And at 60, you know, I think by now I realize that, right? I think by now I should know. You know, when you're in your 20s, you're looking for that best friend and that person. If you haven't had that person since you were a child, you're looking for that connection, for that best friend who you want to do everything with and tell everything to, all your secrets, all your hopes, all your dreams, and you want that person to be in your life forever, right? And that's such a feel-good feeling. And when you get into your 30s now, you're starting to feel yourself, starting to know yourself a little bit better. So you kind of navigate. Maybe your friends who you had in school and in college and that, they don't suit you anymore. You're getting more mature. So you're getting more mature friends and doing more mature things. When you get 40, you're like, I think I know this. I think I can handle this adult thing. I think I can grasp this thing. And you're learning to navigate even more, because now you're big into whatever you went to college for or whatever was your dream or whatever. Hopefully by the time you're 40, you're doing that thing, right? And you're now meeting new people and being exposed to new things. And your life takes another pivot and changes. And when you turn 50, all bets are off. When you turn 50, it's like, fuck. I am a master at this thing. I'm a master. Not quite, but you think so, right? You think so. But you know that at 50, you're not dealing with bullshit anymore. At 50, you're like, yeah, I'm done with the games, playing games, trying to please people, all of that. And then when you turn 60, pooh, it's like, I have mastered this thing. I have mastered it. I know what I'm doing. And I know who I want in my life. I know what I want in my life. I know myself. At 60 years old, at 50, you really you're learning. You're still learning yourself. You know, at 40, you just start thinking you know yourself. Not yet. At 50, you're like, okay, we're getting there. We're making steam. We're moving. We're moving. We're getting there. We're getting closer. At 60, your mind just opens up to a whole new everything. I mean, you're like, what? What is going on? I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing that anymore. And that's what happens. You know, that's what happens. I mean, one of my closest friends now, right? We met basically here on this platform, right? We met on this platform. And it's just amazing to me, you know, how in my 60s, you know, it's like, I have to laugh about it because I said, right? I said in a video, I think it was episode 12, I said, I'm not making any new friends at 60. I'm not doing that. Spirit, angels, saints, God, whoever you align with said, we got news for you, lady. We got news for you, sister. I made new friends. Surprise! The universe was like, surprise! I made new friends, right? And it started small. But it started with me joining this platform here. Joining YouTube is what embroadened me to so many beautiful minds and souls and spirits here. So many beautiful women and like-minded people and men too here in this space who I never thought I was ever going to meet. I never thought I was going to meet a best friend here. I never thought I was going to meet the Dalai Lama here. I never thought that any of that was going to happen, right? I met the beautiful Nancy. And Nancy came in too like a wrecking ball, right? I mean, it was to the point where I have to see Nancy, talk to Nancy every day. Now, these last few weeks, I mean, we've been busy. She's on a decluttering project too. I'm on a decluttering project. You know, her birthdays happen. So many things are going on. So we don't get to communicate as much, but the love is there. The love is there, right? And we know that, but we're older. Nancy's just turned 78. I'm 60. We don't have to babysit each other, right? We don't have that needy friendship. And that's one of the friendships that I can get them on board with. Not a needy friendship, or not a friendship who it's always that woe is me type of thing. Like, well, why are you doing something with somebody else and you're not doing it with me? Stop it. Stop it. Our friends are different. My feelings for one friend and my feelings for another friend, they're different because we're different people. I don't have the same feelings for one person as I do for another person because we're different. Children, that's a different story, right? But these aren't my fucking children. These are my friends. Zoe is my baby. She comes first and foremost before anybody in this world. And then I have my family, which are non-existent, really. They really are. I just have to be honest and say that. My family, I don't hear from them. They don't keep up with me. I try to keep up with them as much as I can, but I'm on another trajectory here. I'm trying to elevate myself and my daughter and get us to that next level. And I I'm not babysitting my family either. I'm not doing that either, right? I call you and we speak. I try to offer you things and whatnot. You're not acceptable. You don't want to do this. You don't want to. Okay, fine. I don't have time for it. I really don't. My daughter, my bestie, that's it. And my friends, my beautiful friends here, that's it. That's it. And I mean that wholeheartedly. That's it. The friendships that I have made here are going to carry me through to the end of my days. But every friendship is different. Every person's personality, everything is different. You know, it's amazing. You'd be amazed how quickly connections come, how quickly these connections come when you start to do something new, right? I came to this platform January 5th, 2025, the best day, one of the bestest days of my fucking life. And I met the people here that I was supposed to meet, that Spirit put into my life. I have best friends in my life who know none of half the things that my bestie here knows about me already. They don't know. Yes, they've been my friends for over 40 years, but I can't speak to them enough. I can't tell them everything. I can tell her everything. She can tell me everything. We can support each other. That's what a best friend does. A best friend doesn't tell you that they're disappointed in you, or they're this, or they're that. They don't do that to you. A best friend loves you unconditionally no matter what. That's what friendship is. That's what friendship is. We're not here to put each other down. We're not here to gossip. We're not here to do all those things. We're here to uplift each other, be positive with each other, offer that positive, criticism. You can, because if you have a best friend, or a really good friend in general, they should be able to understand that. They should be able to. Unsolicited advice, no. And I've done that, and I recently did that with somebody, and I regretted it because I should not have given them my advice. They didn't ask me for it, and I should not have offered it. And I did say that to them. I did say, I'm so sorry. It was unsolicited. You didn't ask me. So I had no business giving it and sharing it. No business. Yeah. Unsolicited advice, not a good idea of a friendship. It's not. Unless you have that bond with somebody that you could really tell them any fucking thing. And I could tell my bestie any fucking thing. She's not going to judge me. She could tell me anything and I'm not going to judge her. We could say, did you hear that? Did you see that? Uh-huh. What? Yes, we could do that. There's no judgment. But then you have other friends that want to judge you or put labels on things and whatnot. And I don't like that. I can't always deal with that. And at 60, I know that now. I know that now. And like I said, my bestest friend I met on this platform. Very, very quickly. We formed that bond fast. And I'm grateful. I'm so grateful to have a new friend. That doesn't negate my other friendships. And that doesn't negate I do have more than one best friend. I do. It's a handful of ladies who I consider my bestest friends, who I've had for over 40 years of my life. A few I've had for probably, close to 50 years. Yeah. So I, and I love them dearly, and they're here for me. When I need them, they're gang for me. They are. But sometimes I can't, I can't share, they're busy, they're this, they're that, we don't talk all the time. Sometimes we go months without speaking, right? And that's not a bestie. I still consider them my bestie, but it's really not. And so my bestie, we talk every day, every single day, several times a day we speak. And we're able to, it's not a needy thing. It's not like, it's not that. It's not that. I don't speak to her every day by seeing her. Sometimes I don't. By video chatting, no. I could send a message. Hey girl. That's it. That's it. But we know that we're there for each other when we need each other. But we both have lives. We have other things going on, like all of us do, right? So navigating these friendships is, something that I wish I knew sooner was that not all friendships are healthy, and that's okay. And that's okay. Not all friendships are healthy, right? We're navigating this world. Some of us are learning. We're all learning each other here. We're all learning each other. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You all are learning me every day. You learn some new nuance, something about Lexi every day. And I'm learning about you all every day. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing when we could be raw and honest and vulnerable here. It's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful. And when we can speak to somebody who we know loves us and doesn't judge us, that is an even more beautiful thing. But when you get that judgment from a friend, it's like, I don't align with that, and that kind of pushes you back a little bit, kind of pushes you away a little bit. It's like, okay, you're still my friend and I still love you, but the judgment thing, no, because it wasn't warranted. And I know that, sometimes you have other friends who could do anything, complain every day and do all this kind of stuff, and you're there for them, you're blah, blah, blah. And then you have that one friend who's just being honest and telling the truth and whatnot, and then you give that friend the disapproval, the disappointment, the disapproval look, and it's like, what the fuck is that about? You're gang for that other person who sucks the life out of you every day, but you're not gang for the person who tries to bring joy and who's just speaking their truth. That boggles my mind sometimes too. A healthy friendship should always feel safe. It should feel like a safe place. You shouldn't be, if you know that you can't say something to somebody, then that's not a safe place. Or if you feel like you're walking on eggshells every time you're around that person, then that's not your person. Basically, that's not your person. If you feel drained and judged, that's definitely not your person. Definitely not. A healthy friendship should be supportive and easy peasy. You should feel, like you're growing. You should be able to laugh and joke and have fun and cry and do all the things with your bestie, and not feel pressured, not feel drained every time you talk to them, like, oh, Jesus Christ, not them again. I mean, I have a couple of those friends. When they call me, it's like, yeah, no, I can't. I just can't. I don't have the bandwidth for that today. I love you, beloved, but I don't have the bandwidth for that today. I don't. And I'm going to say something that I say in all my videos when I start talking, because everybody here is going to be like, ooh, who's she talking about? What's she talking? If you think this song is about you, then it probably is, because I'm not talking about you. But if you think that, then okay, go with it. If you leave a friendship or you leave somebody on a day after you talk to somebody and you leave them feeling small, tired, or anxious, then that's a red flag. And at 60, we're allowed to say no. We don't deserve that. I don't deserve that. As a 60-year-old woman, you're not going to make me feel anxious. I'm small, tired, none of those things. I'm out. And you'll know it too, because we just won't be speaking anymore, period. I'm out. I'm done with that. Yeah, no. And no is a full sentence. So no, I don't owe you an explanation. We don't kick it anymore like that. That's it. We just don't. We have to be selective with our energy. Right? We have to be selective with our energy. And I pulled some cards as I knew that this topic was coming up. I pulled some cards and I'm going to read them afterwards. And I think they match. One I haven't pulled yet, but the others I did. And I think they're a match for this conversation. If you're wondering where to meet people, here are some suggestions. Some that I've tried in the past. Join a class. I met some good friends when I went back to take my master's. And when I went back to get my undergrad, I met some really beautiful people. So maybe join a class. It doesn't have to be a 4-year college like I did, or you don't have to go back for your master's to do that. But like I said the other day, do a little cooking class, or, learn how to crochet, do a sewing class, anything like that, or just join a group that goes out and just has coffee once a week or something, a coffee clutch. Do that. I don't drink coffee, but I mean, I could do that. I could have a cup of tea or a piece of Danish or something and sit down and chit chat and shoot the breeze. Yeah, and you meet people and you get to know other people. I usually don't have a problem meeting people because I'm an open fucking book. And when I come in like a wrecking ball, honey. I come in and I am just talking to you, blah, blah, blah. And like I told you before, my daughter's like, oh, mommy, where do you know them from? I'm like, I don't know them. And she's like, you had that long conversation. It was so meaningful. It was so this, that, and the other. I'm like, yeah, because that's what I do. That's just what I do. And try online groups. Because there are some amazing ones. And the group that I belong to, YouTube, and the Tarot Tube community, the Tarot Tube community has just welcomed me in with open arms. They said, come in, come in, come in, come on, come on. I got the most beautiful reading yesterday from Wild Raven Tarot, Mr. Bobby Fierro, and from the beautiful Care Bear Bard of Cards, Karen, and really made me think, and Bobby was like, you got that bad bitch energy, and I really do. He's like, you're powerful, and I am, and I know that I am. I know that, and my people are here. He's like, your aunt? I'm like, yes, they gang for me all the time. They are right here, gang, baby. Gang all the time. That reading was so significant, one of the most significant readings I've had on this platform, and I loved that reading. And the reading from Karen, at first I'm like, I don't get that reading. I don't think it resonates with me because it was a little bit like some dark stuff or whatever. And I'm like, I don't have nothing going on with me that I know of. Is something getting ready to happen? I don't know. But, I started thinking about things and I'm like, I really loved both of those readings. They really, really, really touched me. They really touched me. I loved them. So, it's just important for us. And I started all that to say that the Tarot Tube community has just welcomed me in here, right? And it all started with my beautiful Nancy at Crohn's Intuition. It started with Nancy and it trickled down. Trickled down to all the beautiful people that I've met here and now a new best friend here. Yes. And, most importantly, be open. Be open to say hello. My nose is itching, sorry. To say hello to people. Be open to that, right? Be open to ask questions. How are you going to learn about somebody if you don't ask questions? But don't ask rude questions and don't ask, things. I mean, have some decorum about yourself, but get to know somebody. Simple questions. I really like your vibe. Where are you from? What's your zodiac sign? I love your jewelry. Where did you get it from? Or I love the colors that you wear, the vibrancy. I love Yappy. Where did Yappy come from? Where did that idea come from? Anything. When you're online, we're looking at people who are not actually in the same room or the same place or even the same state or country with the people that we see here, right? But ask questions, get to know people. Make an email address like I did and put it on you. I have several. But the one I have here for my YouTube family, and sometimes I've noticed lately it takes me a while, like I'm not getting all my notifications. So if you have emailed me and I have never responded to you, it may have gone into spam, I don't know. But send me put a comment down below and say, Lexi, I emailed you back in so-and-so. And then let me know so we can get together. And then we can WhatsApp each other, or we can, what's the other one? Telegram each other. We could do that. And that would be lovely. I would love to do that. I would love to do that with you all. I would love to. And, at first it feels awkward when you're making new friends. I don't ever have that problem, though. I never feel awkward. I never do. And people always feel like they can just tell me anything anyway. I guess I just have that look about me. So I never, I never feel awkward in making new friendships at all. And also, in this whole realm of friendships, I learned to embrace solitude. Because being alone doesn't mean being lonely. And I could be by myself all day, and I don't even have to talk to somebody all day. I know that they love me, and I know that they're there. I know that Nancy's there when we don't talk. I know that Angie's there when we don't talk. I know that Alana's there when we don't talk. I know Hilda's there when we don't talk. I know Lila's there when we don't talk. I know all my girls are there when we don't talk. We don't have to talk every 5 fucking minutes. But solitude, I love my own company, and I'm not a needy friend like that. I'm not a needy friend. You may not hear from me for days. That doesn't mean I don't love you anymore, and that doesn't mean we have a problem. That just means I'm doing things. I'm busy. It's not always about you. I'm busy in my personal life. I got things going on. I'm studying for my NASM. I just made my first payment today too, by the way. And so I've got things going on. Things are going on. I've got a computer here that doesn't work, that's been circling the drain for days that I'm trying to figure out. I need to know. I've got to look up something and see how can I get this computer wiped off at minimal cost, right? At minimal cost, or for free. How can I do that for free for myself? So I've got to do that. I've got to research that. Anybody out there who knows, shoot your shot down below and let me know. Because I need to know. I need this laptop. It's my Toshiba laptop. And I bought it over a decade ago. So I got it in 2013, I believe. And so it's 12 years old. And I really need it to work. I really need this thing to work. I need it to work. So, I need help. I need some help in that department. But things that I do, being alone doesn't mean being lonely, like I said. And in fact, it taught me how to enjoy my own company again. At 60, I've learned how to enjoy my own company again, because in the 50s, I was so, oh my God, depressed. Everything about not having transportation because my car was repossessed. And I was going through a lot, right? I had lost my job. Then my car was repossessed. Then my body started reneging on me, and I couldn't walk, and I couldn't do the things that I wanted to do that I always did unassisted. I had to get a cane. At one point, I had a walker. I mean, there were things going on in my life at that time. And I'm like, okay, the depression just took over me. It just took over me. And I didn't have anybody to talk to, because my besties, they don't understand that. They had their own lives, and they didn't want to hear my fucking problems. They didn't want to hear it. So I was kind of feeling that lonely feeling, right? But once I got out of that situation, I really learned that to enjoy my own company again, to journal. I journal. I have so many books here. I have my book here with my Divine Spirit Prayer. I have another book here with other things that I do. I have another book here that has memories of my mom. I have so many journals. I have my Spark book. I have 2 other journals sitting right. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 journals right here surrounding me. And not to mention the other 2 that I have over here. And then there's some others over here. I love to write, period. I love to write. I just put my thoughts down and I just keep going. Just keep going. Do that. Do something like that for yourself. And I treat myself like a dear friend. Give yourself grace. Treat yourself like you would treat a friend. Treat yourself that way. Love yourself. Because you are deserving. You're deserving to learn about yourself. And I know some of my younger sisters here, some of them really have good heads on their shoulders, and they know what they want, and they know themselves and whatever. And then there are some that not quite yet. They're a little needy, and they're not grasping that concept yet. But you will. But you've got to sit with it, you know, and not be the woe is me and why are you doing this and I want to do it and la 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 la. No, no, no. No, no, no. Learn yourself first, beloved, and then come back. And then come back and we can have a conversation. And then come back and we can have a conversation. Right? And, you know, strangely enough, the energy, right? Energy attracts, my energy always attracts the right people to me. Sometimes not. I have to say sometimes not. But you, for the most part, I always attract the right people into my life, right? And when you love yourself, your light shines. And I love myself, and my light shines bright here. I know my light shines bright. I know it is just, pooh, I know it. I know, you can see it behind me. There's light in this, but I swear when I'm sitting here, this is the light that's coming out of my head, right? I do. It's the sunlight coming down in my mural back here, but I feel like it's me, right? I feel like it's me. And I am just very, very blessed that I had a mother who taught me how to love myself. Yes, no matter what, I love you for you, baby. I love me some me as I am today, right now. And that goes along with gratitude, the attitude of gratitude, right? Be grateful for where you are right now, for what you have right now, for the people in your life right now in this moment. Don't worry about something else. Something else is going to come. I need some chapstick. Something else is going to come. You know, other friends, people, you're going to make some of the best friends in your life. There we go. Now, if you're watching this on the big screen, I probably look like I just ate fried chicken. But that's okay. That's okay. We peoples, right? We peoples, you know, you get Lexi and all her gloriousness, right? Chapstick smeared and all. But when you love yourself, your light shines bright, beloved, it shines bright. And that exercise that I was telling you about, you know, go in the mirror and say, I love you. You got this. I love you. You got this. Yes, you do. You do. And learn to love yourself. Smile. Just go in the mirror and smile. Right? Just do that. Drop all the masks and the veils and all the bullshit. Be yourself to yourself. Look in that mirror. Man in the mirror. Look at yourself. Love yourself. Learn that first. Before you try to get other friendships and things like that, learn how to do that. Learn about yourself. Learn about yourself. So if you're navigating friendships at 60 like me, or 20, 30, 40, 50, and beyond, like beautiful Nancy and beyond, where we're trying to get to. We're trying to get to that 78, baby. We're trying to get up there. Trying to get up there with the Dalai Lama. You know it. You know, take heart that you're not alone, because everybody's dealing with the same thing. We all have the same things. We all want that love, that validation. We all want those friends that are there for us. And I promise you, once you open up yourself and you start to love yourself and you let that light shine through, you will find the best friend of your fucking life. The best friend of your life. I promise you that. You will find the bestest friend. And you'll be like, oh, I didn't know it could be like this. Yeah. Yeah. You will. You will. I promise you that. I promise you that. You know, your circle might get a little bit smaller, and that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. But it can be so much deeper. Let me say that again. Your circle may get a little smaller, but it will be so much deeper. Right? It'll be deeper, baby. Because once you know yourself and you love yourself, you know what to accept and what not to accept. You know the people that you want to surround yourself with. I got my people. I got my people. I love my people so deeply, and they love me deeply. And I could say anything to my people, especially to my bestie. I told her things that nobody knows, like I told you. And I feel comfortable in that. And she can tell me things that nobody knows, and we feel comfortable in that. And that's what makes a good friendship. There are no airs. There's no trying to up one another. There's none of that. There's no competition. This is not a competition. And if you are in that kind of mode in your life, then maybe you're not ready for that kind of deep friendship yet. Because we're not trying to compete with our friends. We're trying to be there for our friends, and they're trying to be there for us. We're not trying to compete. It's not a competition. They want to see us be our best and do our best and serve our best like we ask Divine Spirit every day. And we want to see them do their best and be their best and serve their best. We want that for them. No matter what's going on with us, we want that for them, and they want that for us too. That is friendship. Not that whole, oh, God, she's got so-and-so and so-and-so, and I don't have that. And why, she's doing something with that one, and they didn't include me, and all of that bullshit. Get that out of your head. Stop that negative everything, right? You got to start with you. You got to open up that heart chakra, open up your throat chakra, and start telling yourself you love yourself, believing that you love yourself. That brightness and that everything is going to shine through. And you will be surprised how that magnet starts pulling the people into you, because people are going to be like, oh, did you see? I never realized that she was that deep. I never realized that she was all that. I got to get to know her better. Yes. So it starts from in here. In here. You got to open up your heart, honey. And then the friendships will come. They will come. I promise you that. I promise you that. So leave me a comment down below and tell me, have you made any new connections recently? I want to know, because I've made several. And most of them are for a lifetime, especially with my bestie, the Dalai Lama, all my ladies that I mentioned, and others, because I haven't mentioned everybody. I mean, we'll be here for hours. We're already here over a half hour now. But, when I've talked to you, there are so many beautiful women on this platform that I love to pieces. They live all over the globe. They live all over the globe. They live in Canada. They live in Greece. They live in Illinois. They live in Florida. They live all over, right? They live all over. They live in the Virgin Islands. They live in Atlanta. They live everywhere. They live in Puerto Rico. They're all over the place. They live in Spain. They live everywhere. They live in Philly. They live in Pennsylvania. They live in Pittsburgh. They live everywhere, girl. They live everywhere. They know I love them. So what I want to say is, keep growing. Keep loving yourself. And you will see the change, the dramatic change that will happen in your life, especially with your friendships and the people that are around you and the people that don't align with you anymore, don't serve you anymore. Anissa Renee had a beautiful video today. Anissa Renee 817, she'll be listed down below. Beautiful video today. On today, Thursday, it premiered today, May 22nd, 2025. Beautiful video on alignment. And who aligns with you and who doesn't. So you need to check that out. It's really good. Really good. So let me get to the cards. This is going to be a long video, and I'm sorry. I have been only doing little teeny ones. So, I felt like I needed to come in like a wrecking ball today. But I pulled some cards from a couple of decks. I pulled some cards from Kyle Gray, Divine Masters. Love this deck. Love it, love it, love it. And I pulled from my true favorite right now is Messages from the Mermaids. One of my faves. I love it. I love that deck. I really do. I really do. So from our messages from the mermaids, the first card, I asked Divine Spirit. I got 3 cards from this, by the way. And I asked Divine Spirit, what do we need to know today in this conversation about friendship? And the first one is hope. Hope. I felt like this blew my mind. This goes fantabulously, right? Hope. And she's so beautiful. Look at her. Look at her. The sun beaming down behind her. And hope is hold on to hope. When things feel hopeless, change your outlook to feeling hopeful. What did I just say? What did I just say? Start to love yourself. Start working in here, your heart. Start to love yourself and you will see change. You will see change. Trust in the magical flow of life and love. Yes, we love it. Trust in this. Trust in this hope. Trust in it. Because you're going to have the best friend of your life and you're going to have that person that is for you and that you are for, and that person that is going to love you unconditionally, no matter what your quirks are, what anything is, nothing. You're going to have that friend who's going to love you no matter what. No matter what. That will be your person. And then, of course, we got our tried and true warrior king of the sea. He flew out. Flew out. He was the first card to flew out, to fly out, right? And that is move forward. Move forward. If you're stuck right now in a friendship that's not working for you or people that are not working for you, move forward, beloved. Make a move now. The time is waiting. The time for waiting is over. The time for waiting is over. And forward movement is required. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let fear stop you from making a new connection, making a new friend. Get out. Get out of your own fucking way. Get out of your own head. Yes, and move forward. Get out of your own way and move forward. Move forward. And the last one from this deck is this one. She's beautiful. I love her so much. She looks like a beautiful Boricua. She looks like Selena to me. I love this card. My Selena, my sissy. She is so beautiful and inside and out. This is the re-energize card. Re-energize. Re-energize. Make time to re-energize. You may feel like you've been running on empty, right? Because we all get that way here, trying to make new friendships and make, you want to make people like you and love you. You can't make people like and love you. You can't make that happen. That's organic. And that just comes because people are attracted to you and are magnetized to you. That just comes. You can't make that happen. It just comes. But once you start loving yourself and re-energizing and sharing that light out, you'll get it back, right? You will get back on track. Recharge your batteries. Recharge your batteries. Recharge them. And if you're looking for a new friendship, it'll definitely come once you recharge your battery. Once you recharge your battery. And then the card that I got from this card especially, this is from the Divine Masters, and this is Serapis Bey. Look at him. Beautiful. Look at all the light emoting from him. Look at him. And this is a paradigm shift. Activation to grow, make the necessary change. Make that necessary change. Make that change, man in the mirror. Make that change, man in the mirror. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? The cards don't fucking lie, people. They don't lie. Make that change. Put that song on today. Put that song on. I heard that song when I was doing this. Put that song on, Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror. Listen to it. Sit with it and listen to it. Put that song on. You need to make a change. You need to make that change. You need to. And the message that goes with this card is, this is a time of change. Out with the old and in with the new. This isn't a call to discard traditions, but to reflect on what has been learnt and how things can grow. You are being invited to move things forward. Move forward. What did our warrior king say? Move forward. Rather than resist the changes taking place. Don't resist change, beloved. The universe is encouraging you to know that if you do resist change, when it does come, that it might be more difficult for you to adapt to it. So don't hide or run from it, but meet it with grace. Meet it with grace. Make that change. Meet it with grace, beloved. Meet it with grace. You can do this. You can make a new friend. You can change your life with a paradigm shift. With a paradigm shift. Now, we got our angel number cards here. So let's see what Divine Spirit has got to tell us about our friendships, about loving ourselves on this beautiful, beautiful Thursday, the 22nd of May, 2025, this thankful, thriving Thursday, because we are thriving, Divine Spirit. We are thriving. What do we need to know, Divine Spirit? What do I need to know? What does the collective need to know? What does this community here on YouTube need to know? Ah, this is a goodie, goodie, goodie. We got two goodies. Two goodies. 0606, commitment. You've got to make that commitment to love yourself. You really do. You got to make that commitment to move forward and make that change. Man in the mirror, you know, make that change. Man in the mirror. Make that change. Make it. Applying honesty and light daily is a fast track to creating a peaceful and meaningful life. I couldn't make this up. Every day, thank you, Spirit. Every day when I speak to these cards are like, here you go, Lexi, here you go, sister. This is what we need to know. This all aligns with everything that I was talking about. And don't forget to watch Anissa Renee and her alignment too today. This aligns. It's how you find solutions and comfort. Release worries by speaking your truth and expressing emotions regularly, which is what I do here every day. Open up, for the best is yet to come. What did I just say to you? Open up. The best is yet to come. You're going to make that friend, that lasting friend, that person who you love and who loves you unconditionally. Yes. And the key words for this are loyalty, responsibility, truth, love, light, spiritual realms, growth and solutions. Growth, love, light, and the truth will set you free, beloved. The truth will set you free. Learn how to love yourself. Oh! My calendar just sprung off of here. I wasn't even near it or touching it. Spirit said, yes. Ding, ding, motherfucking ding. Yes. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit said, yes, yes, yes. Get it, girl. Get it. Spirit said, get it. You preach it to the choir today. And the next card we got, which is one of my favorites also. And we've got to have these sometimes when we want new friends. We need to have some of these. It's 3333. Social skills. Social skills. I couldn't make this up. The problems you have today will eventually disappear. Your guardian angels encourage you to maintain a positive outlook on life, since your luck may be about to change. It is time to put to use your captivating energy and inspirational personality. Don't let your ego get the best of you. Don't. And the key words to this card are hope, right? Didn't we just get that card? Hope, optimism, liberation. Liberate yourself, beloved. Once you tell yourself how much you love yourself and you can feel that love and share that light, that's liberating. That is liberating. Success, prosperity, excitement, and enthusiasm. I'm always excited and enthusiastic. This is my card right here. These are my numbers anyway. 3333. You know, I was 33 when I had my baby. My mother was 33 when she had me. My daughter was born on 3/3. You can't get any more magical than that. You can't get any more magical than that, right? This is it. This is how we end this day. This is how we end this Lexi talk right here, right here. So beloved, go on out. Love yourself. Be that magnet that you are, baby. Let the friendship in. Open yourself up to this. Liberate yourself. Be excited. Be enthusiastic. Because there's hope. You will move forward. And you will have that paradigm shift. You will have that paradigm shift. Yes, you will. Because this is a time of change. Time of change, baby. The big shift, paradigm shift. That is something that has been coming up for me in readings or for myself for forever. The big shift is coming. And I know it's coming for me. And I know it's coming for you too. It's already started for me. It's already started. But I know it's coming for you too. So I did not introduce myself. If you stayed this long, well then, you love it here apparently. And I'm so grateful to you. My name is Alexis. My friends here call me Lexi. This is the beautiful, incomparable Yappy who sits on my left side here every day. Sometimes we've not had a Yappy. I said you'll never see me without Yappy. And there were 2 times. There were 3 times. That you didn't see me with Yappy. But it wasn't Yappy's fault. I was in another location and I couldn't bring Yappy. Yappy is a studio girl. She's like, I'm all about this studio. This is where I live. This is where I stay. This is where I reside. She doesn't like to venture out too much. So we leave her here. Then we have a ma'am. You'll see ma'am here. We have a ma'am when we're in the other part of the studio. But I just want to say, my beautiful friends, if you're navigating friendships at any age, me at 60, take heart. You're not alone. You're never alone. And I'm always here. So on that note, I love you. Plenty. Have the most amazing day. Have a fan-fucking-tastic day. And even if you can't, don't go around messing anybody else's up here. Like Miss Tabitha Brown says, don't go out messing up anybody else's day. Okay? Deuces. Lexi and Yappy